Hello and welcome to the second edition of the Hull Youth Music Network podcast in association with the Goodwin Development Trust. This is a fortnightly podcast where we speak, interview, talk to different people who have different roles up in the music scene. And today I am joined with somebody from an organisation that goes around in a bus, never stops at the interchange, but actually carries a lot of passengers. It's Beats Bus. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
So Beats Bus has been around for quite a while, so would you mind telling us a little bit about what you do, how Beats Bus came about?
Yeah, Beats Buses has been around since 2017. We launched it as part of the City of Culture, and by the gentleman called Steve Arnott, who's not here today, but yeah, I'm representing the Beats Bus as always, as one of the directors. And yeah, it was launched in 2017. It was an idea that Steve had after being travelling into the city centre doing workshops. He found that it would be a good idea for us to have a facility where we can actually go to the people, because some people can't afford to travel into the city centre and, can't afford to attend workshops and things like that. So the Beats Bus was a great idea, what Steve thought about, to actually take our services to them.
Yeah. So what is the bus actually like? What's in the bus itself?
Well, the Beats Bus appearance, actually, it's not actually a bus, it's a lorry.
Yeah.
A 7.5 Iveco truck.
Right.
It's got a nice cab in the back, and it's been converted into a studio. It was an Arco lorry,
Yes.
which they used to use to travel and, deliver different awareness things for the products that they were selling.
Yeah.
As a facility to actually travel out and advertise what they was doing and things like that. But, Steve acquired the bus around 2018, 19, and yeah, we use it to travel around. And it has a seating area inside it.
Yeah.
And it also has areas where we can actually put equipment and teach from. And it's also got different compartments where we're actually in the process of developing and kind of making them into workstations.
Yeah.
But, it can hold up to around 10 people for a workshop. And we hold things like DJ workshops, music production workshops in it, also lyric writing workshops, and also even graffiti drawing type workshops where people, come on the bus and they get involved in the classes that we deliver.
Yeah, so what age group is it usually that you get come into these workshops?
It's a variation of age groups, really, predominantly, from the age of, say, 9 to even 24 years old.
Yeah.
There's a few different projects that we've been involved in what encompass all them different ages, but predominantly we work around different age groups depending on what we deliver, But all our workshops seem to be very popular amongst all ages, including parents. And the workshops that we deliver are rap workshops, lyric writing workshops, songwriting for rap, music production workshops, particularly targeted towards the urban side of music. So we produce hip hop,
Yeah.
type Afro beats, drill,
Yeah.
trap music like that, which is very popular amongst young people.
It is, especially today, definitely. So whereabouts have you actually travelled in the truck? Has it just been around Hull, or have you managed to venture out of Hull?
We do travel around a lot around the East Riding of Yorkshire, North Lincolnshire. We do a lot of work around there. North East Lincolnshire as well. We've travelled. We're about to go to London in a week's time.
Yeah.
And we've also travelled as far as Scotland on our bus. So for
Wow.
the and even Wales for the Homeless World Cup.
Yeah. Wow, that's mad. You also had a place at the Humber Street Sesh. What was that like?
Yeah, we actually was given the amphitheatre at
Yes.
Humber Street Chess, where we was able to deliver our workshops. We ran our stage there, so we put on a few different things throughout the day. We had a program of what we delivered. So it started around 1 p.m. and we had a few local MCs that were performing, such as Cameo and Felix, and we also performed ourselves. And even our Beats Plus juniors performed. Max and Harry and Ollie, they performed. And we delivered a kind of like workshop, which was a lyrics writing workshop,
Yes.
which was for the full audience really. It was kind of a really good crowd participation, and where we kind of just went around the crowd and we all got everybody to get involved with writing lyrics. And later on, some of the young people from the parents actually came down and performed it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, most definitely.
We also delivered some breakdance workshops.
Yeah.
So we had two kind of categories. We had the younger ones, and then we had a chance for the adults to get involved as well. And then later on, the adults and the young people got to kind of like duel against each other, kind of like, battle each other basically, as I call it in hip hop terms. So the kind of, obviously the young people won, but yeah, it was a great event and it was good to watch as well.
Yeah, so what other events have you been involved with?
Well, we've been involved in so many events, do you know what I mean? This year we was involved in a lot of the play day events where we was going to different parks and being involved with the town bank people who were actually giving out free food. That was pretty cool. Feast of all people. And yeah, we took our truck, our bus, and we're delivering like DJ workshops. DJ workshops are quite very popular amongst the young people. So we're delivering like DJ workshops and kind of songwriting workshops as well.
Yeah.
Which are very popular. We also have had a partnership with Hull Libraries where this summer we was travelling to all the different libraries around Hull.
Oh, yeah.
And delivering DJ songwriting workshops as well, which was very popular also. So yeah, we just get involved with a lot of youth centres and community centres, and we do a lot of outreach work.
Yeah, I mean, it's good getting the young people involved and, giving them the chance to do things like DJing, songwriting, because a lot of people want to get into that kind of thing, but they just don't always know how to do it.
Yeah. We're a really good access point for young people to get involved. You know what I'm saying? We like I say, the actual workshops that we deliver are graffiti art and graffiti art drawing. We also deliver breakdancing workshops,
Yeah.
DJ workshops, and songwriting, lyric for lyrics, and we do a lot of confidence building as well.
Yeah.
Within the workshops that we promote as well. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, how often do these workshops run, and how easy is it to get involved for people?
It's very easy because we actually host every week. We do a Drop-In Wednesday where there are free workshops which we put on with our partners, Hull Music Service, based at Albemarle Music Centre.
Yeah.
And we run them workshops on a Wednesday from 6 till 8 o'clock. And that's just kind of a drop-in service where people can just come in and
just come in,
try a little bit DJing, try a bit of music production, if they've got any raps, or if they want to write any raps with us, we can help them to write like raps and stuff. We're also doing expanding into like video production as well, where we kind of can make short music videos for people. And we're also going to be expanding into kind of teaching people video production skills.
Yeah, that's really good. Also, alongside this, there's Beats Bus Records. How's that going?
Yeah, the Beats Bus Records is going really well. When we discover a lot of young people, young talent that can't afford the services, we give them all the record company support.
Yeah,
So we promote them on platforms, we produce music for them, we mentor them as well. We offer mentorships, which we've got some young people already on our mentorships where we develop them as an artist.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we produce music for them, we give them the tools to be an artist, really, to perform on stage, a lot of the confidence building, and also just a lot of artist support, music videos. If they need to even get on the radio, we can give them support with that as well. And it's good because, like, the mentorships that we offer, it's not just the young people, but the parents actually get involved. So,
yeah,
you know, because some of the young people are kind of quite young, so the parents do. We do have a WhatsApp group where parents get involved with that. It's very transparent. We all talk about what we're going to be doing and plan it within the group as well.
yeah. Planning.
So it's pretty cool, you know, the kind of setup that we've got on the network that we have. We do have a lot of partners,
Yeah,
and we do have a lot of people that kind of into what we do. So the support we have is just amazing. What we receive from different quite big organisations like Youth Music,
yes,
the Expert Citizens, Paul Hamlin Foundation, the National Lottery Community Fund, Joseph Rowntree Foundation. You know, so there's a lot of Tudor Trust. You know, try not to forget, try not to leave anybody out. But yeah, there's a lot of people that support us, and also Albemarle Music Centre in town. They're our partners where we have our studio there,
yeah,
and we also use the premises to do our office work as well, which is pretty cool.
yeah. That's cool, definitely. So when did you get involved with Beats Bus? Was you there from the off?
Yeah, I was one of the kind of founders of the Beats Bus.
Yeah,
You know, Steve had the idea. He approached me. Thought it was great, so I helped him develop it and launch it.
yeah,
Along with Nigel Taylor, who was also part of the organisation as well. We have another guy called Side2, Nick Horsfield, who's our graffiti artist. And yeah, we also have a gentleman called Paul Clark, who's kind of not in the Beats Bus, but is always involved. He was in the Beats Bus, but then obviously he's left to do his own thing, but he's still involved in a lot of the campaigns that we do, which I'll bring you on to our campaigns that we do. We're always campaigning for different issues within the community. So the first one that we've done was a No More Knives campaign. I don't know if you was aware of that.
yeah. I mean, I have done a track regarding knife crime myself, but yeah,
Yeah, so we did our No More Knives funded by the Hull and Humberside Crown Commissioner.
yeah,
You know, they've funded us to do that. So we actually made a video and a song with the video to accompany it. Pretty cool interactive video that we did, which warns young people about the dangers of carrying a knife. In the video, you can actually get the choice where you can take the knife or leave the knife.
yeah, yeah,
And it gives you the different scenarios of if you take the knife, what happens, and if you leave the knife, what
yeah.
happens. So yeah, we use that video a lot for campaigns when we travel to different schools and youth centres and community centres to educate people about the dangers of knife crime.
Yeah, I mean, it's very dangerous and it happens quite a lot. So, you know, if you can at least just get one person to drop the knife instead of pick it up, you know, it's definitely a start.
And yeah, of course, and the recent one that we've actually done, again funded by the Crime Commissioner. If you look at our bus, you'll see the graphics is vinyl wrapped on one side. It's actually the graphics is taken from our animated music video done by Init Creative,
Right.
who it's a 2D dimensional animated music video that talks about county lines. You know,
Yeah.
if people don't know what county lines is, it's where drug gangs groom young people
Right.
into selling drugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And county lines comes from the term where a young person can be in a called a bando, which is called an abandoned house or a flat, where they'll harbour the young person there to sell drugs for them. And also the young person will travel. They'll give them drugs to travel to different places to drop off drugs.
Yes.
It can be across the city, it can be across to another city, or even across the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, that's where the term county lines comes from. So that was one of our campaigns that we actually will go out and we educate young people about the danger of the county lines, because a lot of people don't really realise that it goes on, but it does go on in
It does. Yeah.
towns, villages, cities, you name it.
Yeah, definitely. So where can people find this animated video if they want to check it out for themselves?
Well, both of our videos, our normal nice video and our council lands videos, on our YouTube channel,
Right.
Beats Bus Records,
Yep.
on YouTube. That's BEATSBUS.
Yeah, so if you want to check that out, people, it's on YouTube, Beats Bus Records.
Yep.
What other releases have you had on the record label then?
Well, we have releases from our Beats Bus juniors.
Yes.
So they've released a few songs. We've actually released No More Murders one.
Right.
By Ollie. We've actually released I'm Gonna Be Famous by Harry.
Yep.
And these are the young MCs on our label.
Yeah, that's cool.
We've even released our own music as well.
Yeah.
You know, which is available. Myself, DJ Redlocks, I've released a couple of songs at the moment on our label, which one is called Mango.
Yeah.
It's an Afrobeats song that accompanies a video. And I've also just recently released my Come On Down. It's another Afrobeats, but that's an animated, three-dimensional animated video. That's available on my own YouTube channel, Full Flavour TV.
Right.
Spelled FULLFLAVA TV.
Cool. Yeah, man.
And also, you know, Steve Red Eye Phoenix, he's released couple of songs on the label as well. And yeah, you know, so if you go over to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to see some of the songs that we've actually released.
Yeah.
And they're available on all platforms like Spotify, Amazon Music.
Yeah.
You know, all them platforms as well. So
yeah, that's cool.
You'll be able to see them as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, what advice would you give to people that are wanting to sort of get involved in the music scene?
What advice I'd give is, obviously, if you're into it for money, then suggest it's not the game for you, because, as you know, it's hard to make money from the music scene.
Definitely, yeah.
You know what I mean, but if you're into it for the love, then yeah, just stick at it. You know, we're always there to give people help and advice, because it's a cutthroat business.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a lot of people out there that will take what you've got and they won't pay you back for what you do. So one is just be careful, like anything, who you approach and who you actually try and trust. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things, building trust in music with someone. So, and the thing is, just stick at it, really. You know, it's music's a thing for life.
Yeah.
And you do it because you love it, and you do it because you're passionate about it.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
You know, and just keep doing it. You will find other people, that like-minded people like yourself, that will be into it the same as you.
Yeah.
And you know, just keep pushing them boundaries.
Yeah, pushing all the time.
Musically, because you know, the more you do it, like anything, the more practice you get, the more better you get at it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And what advice would you give for people sort of dealing with hate comments, negativity, that maybe feel like giving up because people are maybe making fun of them?
Do you know what? It's on them sort of things. It's good to surround yourself with positive people
Yeah, definitely.
and positive friends and family, because that's the things what will get you through the hard times.
Yeah,
And do you know
definitely.
that a lot of them people that are negative, especially on social media, majority of the times they wouldn't kind of say it to your face.
No,
Do you know what I mean? But
no.
they'll hide behind the keyboard, they'll
Yes,
hide behind the
definitely.
phone, and they'll actually just like be giving out all these negative comments. And we all know people use other people as scapegoats, and
Yes.
people have always got a chip on their shoulder. It's usually them that's got a problem, but
Yeah.
they'll give it out and abuse other people just to cure their own problem. So all I can say is about that, majority of what people say is not true
No, no.
because to be honest, they don't really know you anyway.
No, that's
So
very true.
a comment from someone that's just out there on a keyboard.
That you're never gonna see.
Do you know what I'm saying? Why should you be concerned about
Yeah,
what they are
yeah.
saying? Easier said than done, but again, if you are positive and stay positive, and it's always funny how like one negative comment can kill like 10 positive comments, but don't listen to the negative, just focus on the positive.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So what got you yourself into music? What started you into doing music yourself?
I've always been passionate about music. Started DJing at a young age, at 12, and I've always been just into playing music and DJing. And after a while, I don't know, you kind of, a lot of DJs do become producers.
Yeah,
So you kind of go from, transcend from playing other people's music to actually creating it yourself.
yes,
And
definitely.
with the help of computers and all the software now, it makes it easy because I never went to music school or I never read music.
No,
It's
no.
more like it's a natural thing, just like some people just naturally learn to play the guitar.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all actually naturally learned just through being a DJ and knowing the format of how music is,
Yeah, if you
and
know the format, it gives you a head start,
yeah,
definitely.
knowing the format and then just going for it, and just through just practicing. And when I was young, I was always involved in hip hop, and we actually had a producer in our group, and I actually just became a performer along with my friends. So I was actually out there performing, and yeah, just delivering like hip hop songs and stuff, and it's great. And I've always just had the hunger for it. It's
Yeah,
never actually died off.
died.
I've not met a lot of people that kind of dip in and out of it, but to be honest, I'm lucky that kind of made a bit of a living out of it, and get a lot of pleasure out of it as well. And I
Yeah,
get a lot of pleasure out of passing the skills on and the knowledge to other people and empowering people to be creative as well.
yeah, definitely. So how's the hip hop evolved over the years? Obviously, when you started out, it must have been quite different to what it is now.
Yeah, hip hop before was just more like it was just like a trend.
Yeah,
Like as you get a lot of things that just come and go, but there was always a small section of people that was into it. But when actually the breakdancing started, the breakdance movement, that was a big trend, and a lot of people got into it because it was just kind of the clothing and just the whole breakdance thing and the art form with the rapping and the graffiti. So a lot of people got into it, and I don't think a lot of people thought it was going to last, but you know, stood the test of time,
yeah, yeah,
even up to now. But hip hop has taken different forms. It's kind of like got its feet and just kind of there's so many hybrids
yeah,
that come out of hip hop. You know what I mean? So it's an amazing art form, and the thing I like about hip hop is it doesn't leave people out. It's very inclusive. You know what I mean? You don't have to be whatever to be into hip hop as long as you're there and you want to learn it and get into it. And there's so many different forms of hip hop that you can get into. You can get into the dancing, the DJing, the rapping, the
Yeah,
graffiti. You know what I mean? So there's all the different forms what you can choose, and they all complement each other as well.
yeah, definitely.
And hip hop's always been about each one teach one. That's the old ethos where you kind of include people, you gain the skills, you master the skills, and then you pass it on.
Yeah,
It comes from the street, and it's great that it's actually one of the biggest art forms in the world now, where everybody thinks it's cool. A lot of people are into it, and it's a good way of like getting people out of situations.
definitely.
Be it poverty, be it like loneliness, be crime. I mean, there's so many different things that hip hop offers you.
Yeah,
That's why I guess why Beats Bus, as a hip hop organisation, why we kind of always progress from year to year. Because those are the faculties that we take on, those are the things that we use to empower people.
yeah, absolutely.
Talking about that, we're actually pioneering our hip hop school of excellence to young people that are involved in crime. So it's going to be, the hip hop school of excellence is going to be an alternative to custodial sentence,
Right.
where young people can be with us. You know what I mean? Can take on and study in our school and as an alternative to crime and things like that, even going back to prison. So that's the thing that we're going to be pioneering next year,
All right. That's cool.
which is our next venture, and it's very exciting.
Yeah, it sounds really exciting. Is there anything else that's coming up for Beats Bus? Anything you can reveal or anything in the pipeline?
Yeah, just that we're just kind of like pushing our young artists who are talented to actually, get up there and nurturing them really and
Yeah,
discovering more talent. Our drop-in workshops are going really well. There's a lot of people that contact us and they're always asking where they can go for this and where they can go for that. So it's a good signpost where we can actually signpost them to our workshops, and also just the campaign stuff that we're doing. Our recent campaign, what we're going to, the next one is what we're going to be doing is the No More Racism.
right. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
it's like a trilogy. We've got the No More Knives, Counterlines, and then we've got the No More Racism. So that's the next kind of music video and song that we're going to be releasing as a collective, as a Beats Bus collective,
right.
to actually put out on our label as an educational tool.
Yeah. That'll be really cool. So one more question before we do sort of wrap things up. If you had to pick a favourite song of yours, what would it be?
Well, do you know what? That's a hard one because I don't particularly have favourite songs.
It always throws people.
I've got because I listen to so much music.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
actually a radio DJ. I come across so much music. It's a tough one, but I'd say I'd say I'd say Marley.
Yeah,
I'd say Bob. I can't really pick a song, but I'd say I think Bob Marley as a freedom fighter, as an artist.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
his music's so great, and
It is.
it
Yeah,
transcends to all different ages.
it
It's
does.
very peaceful, and just the legacy that has left behind with his offspring.
Yeah,
Julia
definitely.
Gong, Stephen Marley. They're all like doing real well as well on the musical front. And again, Damien Marley, Junior Gong is one of my best artists. The fact that he can do reggae and he crosses it over with hip hop as well.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's so every tune what he does is so great. So I'd say, but I'm a hip hop guy. Do you know what I mean? And I pay respect to all the pioneers that have come
yeah.
from the golden age of hip hop and even to today. So I ain't really got a song that I can choose, but in terms of artists, I'd say Marley.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks for coming on anyway and sharing your stories. Where can we find Beats Bus on social media?
Yeah.
Just before we wrap up.
We have our own website, which is www www.beats-bus.co.uk.
Yeah.
We're also on Twitter as bus_Hull.
Yeah.
And we also have our Instagram, which is Beats Bus Records as well. And on Facebook, we're Hull Beats Bus.
Right.
And on LinkedIn, you can always get catches as well. Hull Beats Bus on LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, so you're everywhere,
So
really.
all our social medias are firing.
Yeah,
And you can also-
every social media going. Don't forget also to follow the Youth Arts Takeover Facebook page. Don't forget to follow the Hull Youth Music Facebook page. You can also follow them on Instagram under the same name. This has been the Hull Youth Music Network podcast, episode 2, joined by the Beats Bus. Thanks for coming on again, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
No worries.
Peace.